YouTube, we're here, live and direct, back alive and direct for another motivation morning. Rise and shine, give thanks for life. Yeah, that's what we do. We rise and shine and give thanks for life.
Direct for
Hold on, little setup. My stuff is playing in the background. Yep, very happy to be here, alive once more. One other morning, another day. Another chance to make it wonderful, a wonderful day. Exact. It's the little things we do and the little words we say day by day. Yeah. So knowledge. Boom. Yeah. Wisdom is there. Boom. Yeah. Knowledge is only potential power. You know what? I was thinking before, I was like, what am I going to tell them about knowledge is only potential power? And then I was in front of my books and I was like, what am I getting out? What am I getting out this morning? But it's very simple because the knowledge, I'm losing my voice. I have a voice a bit funny. But yeah, the knowledge that we all have and that is only potential power is the knowledge of who we are and that we don't apply. We have the potential to be so much more, to do so much more with our life, to be more magnificent, to express our divinity to the whole world. And for some reason, we like to stay in a comfort zone. In a comfort zone, pretty much everybody is like that. I was like that too. Like, and again, the comfort zone is not necessarily sitting on your couch. That's not what I mean. You can be very, very active in society, like a very hard worker, like I was, but still in a comfort zone of not stretching. Like, you can be you can have the best job in society, but be in the comfort zone. The comfort zone of society is very is something like we can all sense what's going on in the world, the comfort zone that we're in, and that most people do not stretch out of there. This is what was happening to me until I realized, hey, whoa, I can stretch out my comfort zone. I can try, and if I don't try, I will never know. And this is what Les Brown was telling me in one of his speech, by telling everybody in one of his speech that it's possible, but if you don't try to live your dream, if you don't at least uh, and just I don't care like if I get it or not, or if because just the journey makes you become someone else. Just the journey, every talk I have here, every chance I get to shine, I get, I become more awake, more vibrant, more, for sure. It's all greatness. So knowledge is only potential power, because you have the knowledge that you can do so much more with your life. We all know that. We all know that. We all know that we have lion heart and we live as mice, for sure. And I'm not dissociating myself from the rest. I was like that too. I'm not. I don't come here to be pretentious or think. No, the stuff I talk about, the stuff I experience. I was a sheep. I think I'm still a sheep. I think I'm still a sheep. I don't know. I want to become an immaculate member of the herd of sheep. That's for sure. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, just labels and words and stuff that we should not be attached too much to. We should be attached to the knowledge that we have, the knowledge that we know that we can do more with our life. Knowledge is only potential power. It's the same like the knowledge that you think you may have regarding science or society or the world at large may not be what you think it is. It might be just illusion. So the knowledge you think you have could only be potential power, because I think the real also knowledge that There is sacred knowledge that we are kept away from. There is so much more on this plane that we think we know that we don't know. It's yeah, and this is what is wonderful about life. This is what is the mystery. The mystery of life is where it starts. Starts from somewhere. There's got to be something here. It cannot be just boom, you're born, and then you get to grow up in a brainwash environment, and then you get to get the job, and then you retired, and then you die. Life has got to be more than that. It's much. We have been given this beautiful place for a reason to experience it. First of all, to experience life. That's why I come here every morning, to experience life. That's a way for me to experience it. Like, this is what is happening now, but later will be something else. It's all experience. The other day I was yeah, knowledge. I get a good thing. Melissa wrote something very good here. Must become aware of how the process of creating transpires. That's the paper I started to read yesterday. I think I never finished. I cut short, but I was talking for an hour, so I thought it was okay. And I was gonna come back another day anyway. I'm gonna be here every morning. Don't worry about that. The only way I will not be here is if I'm dead. Dead. I will always find a way. Maybe the time will be later if I can't do it early, but every day I will be here because this is what I put myself to do. Yeah, and Ivar knows me. Ivar knows. I told him, I said, I'm going to be here every morning. He knows right away that I'm going to be here. Because when I say something like that, I said I was going to do 1,000 video. I did 1,000 video. And I'm going to do even more. I'm not going to stop. It's just now the temperature is a bit crappy here. It's like very cold and damp, and I prefer the summer. The summer I can stand out. I can stay outside 3, 4, 5 hours and all day and make videos. But different time, different season, different vibe, and every vibe is good. I think we should appreciate everything. I still like winter a lot for what it has to offer. Every season has its purpose, and that's it. Like every one of us has its purpose, but that's it. So we are a source, eh? We are a source. That's the thing. This energy desires such a dark reality as it cuts off from source. Yeah, the world that is going on for sure is cut off from source. For sure, they cannot think operating in a divine way when you do evil stuff. It's gotta be cut off from source. Us, what we're doing here, the one that are on the side of the good, because it's good over evil. There's not 25 25 solutions or solutions to seek day and night. It's good over evil. And the people that are doing good, there's no differentiation. And this is where we get stuck now. This is where the problem is with us, because we are almost all doing good. All doing good, all with love in our heart, but so stuck in division and separation that now the evil people that are in minority in very small amount are leading the pack. That's what's happening. And I see it. I see it. But that's the way I see it. That might not be the way everyone sees it, but that's the way I see it. We're being led by a bunch of psychopaths that have lost their unconditional love for humanity and are now stuck in evil deeds and stuff like that. They're the power, the power over others. And this is very attracting for a human being to have power over one another. That's what most of us crave when we're in the ego, is to have power over the other. It's the ego. It's all it is. Once you break that shell, you break those multi-layer of egos, and you get to a point where you recognize yourself in others. You're not going to be on the evil side. You're going to be on the good side. But now this is where it gets tricky, because We're all pretty much on the good side. All of us, all the people on YouTube, all the people that like the evil, the people that are doing really evil stuff are mostly behind the scene. Like it's vibrational. And we're doing the rituals for them also, not to forget that we're doing the rituals for them. So yeah, time to withdraw our vibrations from Babylon. We need to flip it back. Yeah. Big up Donna. Donna is back. Yeah, yeah. Donna is back. Ivar is back. Wisdom and me. Yeah, yeah. It's all greatness. Greatness is upon us, is around, is all around us, is inside us, is all over. So we must rise and shine. As you all know, this process of deprogramming to transpire, hold yourself in a space of unconditional love. This is what I'm doing here. Really, it's a process of deprogramming, and I started that from like a while ago. A while ago, I started that process, and this is really what you have to do. Sorry, is hold yourself in a space of unconditional love and allow whatever needs to be revealed to be felt and released. But this is what's happening with us. We feel very little. We feel very little of the vibrations of life. We feel the beer we drink. We feel the joint we smoke. We feel the distraction. The, we feel the pills. We feel all the distraction, the nonsense. We feel it, but the real vibrancy of life, and especially the vibration in other people, we sense that very, very little. And that's why we're not in a place, we're always stuck in ego and not in unconditional love. It's only the oneness. It's on, but even that, I say that here today, that it's, but even me, I'm struggling and battling to find not balance, because I have found pretty much balance in my life, but it's the struggle of always aligning yourself with those good vibration and not judging others. You know, I'm still, you know, yes, I'm perfect like all of you, but I mean, I'm a perfect creature with an imperfected soul. So I have to perfect my soul. You know, this is what I'm doing here. It's the process of perfecting my soul, or something like that. But that's what I think. I think this is something that they play with. They play with your mind because they know it's programmable. And they know that if you don't program it, they will for you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they know that they will program your mind. They will put whatever they want into it. And most of the time, we're just sitting there and taking the bait. And we're not really realizing what's going on. But most of us, some of us are waking up now to the fuckery, I can say. A lot of us are waking up. But again, I think we need a much greater number, a much greater level of vibration, but it's going there. There's work to be done. It's going to get done little by little. This world, one day will see the light, but they see it, the light, they're blinded by it. We're blinded by the light. That's what's maybe the other day I was outside and I was looking at the sun and I saw the sun so bright in the sky, and I'm like, come on, we're blinded by the light. This is what's happening here, totally blind by the light, because everything is, first of all, with the sun you see everything, you have light, so all the nonsense, all the logos, all the stuff, the manipulation of your mind in Babylon, you see it. So I think we're blinded by the light. This is what's happening. But anyway, it's time to deprogram and time to reset the counter to zero and now experience life. experience life. This is the whole point here of discovering where we live that we've been lied to, is to now deprogram and experience life. This is the whole thing here. That's why, if you know the truth, like if you know the truth, if you know, but again, if you know the truth, what is the truth? You know, if you know the lies, if you know the lies, I prefer to say if you know the lies, because the truth is, I don't think we'll ever know from our living days the real truth about what we are, where we are, who we are, uh, what's happening after. All these questions, nobody knows. This is another mystery of life. That's why you shouldn't fear death. You should embrace, but not wanting to die. That's not what I mean. But when your time comes, don't be scared. Release. Go with it. There's something I'm convinced that my experience here, yes, but it's an experience, but it cannot end to the surface of my skin. It's not, I'm much more than that. But again, this is the mystery of life, and nobody really knows. So that's why the here and now, this is what I have to experience here. That's the only thing I can sense, experience, and share is my now, is my truth in the now here. So what else am I gonna concentrate on? Fearing death and fearing this and fearing that, and no, 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 finish. I'm deprogramming Babylon, dirty Babylon, good try. Release any judgment of self, as well as that too is an inorganic program recycling you back to the beginning of the initial choice. Yeah, release any judgment of self. But very often we hold on a second. Yeah, very often we get stuck in self judgment and bad talk. We talk bad to ourselves, like we. So this has to, because this is gonna bring you back to the initial choice for sure. The you are your own worst enemy. I don't care who battles me here, who hate me, who fight me, who talks about me. I am my own worst enemy. So what am I gonna do? Criticize others? No, I'm way too busy to make myself better, to work on myself than criticize others. This is my. That's why you rarely see me engage into criticism of others. No, no, me. I'm doing my thing. I don't know if. Look, I don't pretend to have the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I come here to speak my mind. So that's it. Very simple process of deprogramming. This is, and sharing my trauma live and direct. Yeah, man. This process begins with recognizing the trauma experience while still in the womb, during birth, and subjected for the rest of one's experience. This is a knowledge we must have, that we're under trauma. This is one of the main knowledge everyone should know. This is the main thing everyone should know, is we are very much under trauma. And I don't care who you are, how much money you have in your freaking wallet. We all been domesticated and put under trauma to accept the default state, like we're accepting now the fallen state of human, the fallen state of man and woman. It's because that's it. We've been put under such trauma, and that is from birth. That is from birth, and it's very important to recognize that trauma if you want to start the process of deprogramming. Because if you don't know what you're under, what kind of situation you're under, you will never. A slave that doesn't know he's a slave will never realize he's a slave. But we're all pretty much been transformed into automat, robot, slave into society. And I was there. I've done it. I know how it feels. Yeah, yeah. I've been Yeah, like it's the illusion of becoming something in society to something that you're not really. Something that you're not really because you can do so much more than what other people tell you to do. This is the thing. People will tell you, oh, you're this, you're that, you're a plumber, an electrician. No, this is just a title for the theater of life, theater of Babylon. And I think building our own thing, like we all have something we're passionate about. We all have something that we can make a living out of it. Like you can develop your craft, your passion, and really take it to another level, step by step. It's not to quit your day job. Don't quit your day job. You're gonna suffer because you gotta have no money to eat, and you gotta stay healthy, you gotta stay fit, you gotta stay strong. So all this, but at nighttime, it's to cut off the distraction, work on your stuff, write down your ideas, keep a journal. There's all kinds of stuff you can do to empower yourself and really apply the knowledge that the knowledge about life, about I think it's very, very important to yeah, exactly, rise and shine constantly, and shine your light, shine your light. Don't be afraid to shine your light. Yeah, and every chance you get, shine it. They hate it, and that's what's gonna bring them down. This process begins with recognizing the trauma. That's it. Unless one become aware and choose to not participate. If we do not give energy to something, it dissolves out of reality. And this is what will happen with those Babylonian people when we stop going to their churches and their temples and their stuff and giving them energies and attaching energies to the pagan holidays and stuff like that. It's all a matter of energy. If we do not give energy to something, it dissolves out of reality. That's why that Babylon system can melt overnight. If we stop giving energy to it. Have you seen the millions of people going in the yard of the Vatican? It's me when I see that. It's like, wow, wow, this is evil shit. People go there and get on their knees, but they pray. When you pray, you become a prey. It's the same word. It's the same word. There's a reason why they choose words the way they choose it. There's a reason to it. You know, there's a reason for everything in their Babylonian madness. But if we do not give energy, yeah, it dissolves. Just like watering a garden. Just like watering a garden. Where you focus your hose is where your most growth will occur. Focus on your stuff. That's why I'm here all the time. I post video all the time. I'm always, trying to find a way to really come out with something that makes me focus and grow even more, because that's what I want. In the beginning, one must observe and consider everything until the connection with self is so strong. Choices no longer exist. Choices no longer exist. My connection, this is something I told you in one of my previous video. I think it's last year. I was on a rock and I said the reason why I come here is to connect with my higher self. And when I'm totally aligned with my higher self, I will do this stuff naturally, without forcing it, without how did she say here? Connection. Yeah, with the connection with the self, or the highest self. Call it what you want. I think it's more the self. It's more the self, because the highest self, I was thinking that, but maybe it's some kind of, maybe it makes sense again a bit. Maybe my highest self is in the heater somewhere, and I don't know. Who knows? But it's very important to have a connection with yourself so strong, choices no longer exist. This is what you got to do, no matter what. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. Les Brown. Yeah, yeah. So Choices are not freedom. They are an illusion of freedom. Hmm, I like that one. Choices are not freedom. They are an illusion of freedom. Put Pull away from vaccines, doctors, schooling, dead and fake food, poison water. Tell your vision. Movies, bastardized technology via phones and computers, sports, government, politics, religion, money, careers, and the list goes on and on and on. It is so vital that one honors their perfection and wholeness and not allow these obvious attempts to succeed. This is the thing here, but we have been we have been attacked and bombarded by so much nonsense that they have take away our collectively our being completely. This is what happened. I'm gonna review your comments before I shut down my talk. Let's see who's okay. So we have Mr. Ivar always here. Big up Ivar. Big up Ivar. Greatness, Donna. Big up. Morning. Yeah. Wisdom. Donna. I appreciate you're doing it. I appreciate you doing it. I live as a lion. That's it. That's it. Always important to live as lion. We all have a lion heart. Lion heart. It's time to bust it open. Yeah. Yeah. We are the source. Exactly. We need to flip it back to our original state. That's the default state. We are in the default state of humanity. We have to flip it back to the original state. Yeah. But people think that we are evolving. This is the thing. Hibernation also for humans, yeah. A bit, eh? Winter is a bit time of hibernation. People are more calm and more inside in the winter for sure. Jickle Droppy. Jicky? Jicky Droppy. Jicky Droppy. Big up. Gonna listen. Yeah, Ivy Artists. Big up. Big up Ivy Artists. For sure. Ivar is very inspiring. Ivar has got a great channel. You can visit his channel. But I think you all know Ivar pretty much. If you're on YouTube a bit, you must know Ivar Artist. He's been putting out a lot of good videos. To a rude awakening, shock. Yeah. Yeah, it's shocking. It's shocking, the awakening. At first, it can be a very confusing, but embrace your confusion. It's a reflection of your growth. Your confusion is a reflection of your growth. But I've never really seen it that way. At one point, I was confused with all this, yeah. Until I stopped freaking out and stopped freaking out with that, and especially with people around me. Especially with people, my wife, my children, especially my wife, especially my wife. She's been through a roller coaster of emotion in the last 2 years. I give thanks for her being in my life and being I don't like the word support. Yeah, she's very supportive, but it's more than that. So I don't really find the word, and we're really taking this journey together, and that's what gives me a lot of strength. Also, being loved deeply gives you a lot of strength. And I have a wife that's very, very. She filled me in so many ways. We all have faults. We all have faults. Like nobody is really a perfect soul, and we're all under trauma. So this is what I understood, and this is how I've came to be more acceptive of the people around me, is knowing that they're also in confusion, they're also troubled, they're also mind control. So there's many things that prevent me from now giving a too big of a judgment towards other people, and that's why I'm in this confusion, because at one point you think everybody is against you, you think everybody is not getting what you see, and you're getting mad, and lots of confusion. And but today I look back at it, and I'm really at peace with who I have become, and the way I deal with every situation of my life. I still have to work on myself. I have demons that I still have to suppress in my from my daily existence, like everybody. It's a constant battle. It's a constant battle. We've been put in an environment that is very domesticated and unnatural. So we are traumatized. We are traumatized, most of us. Yeah. So, guys, undo the trauma, deprogram. Deprogram, very important. Redo the blueprint. We all have different purpose. There's truth in every lie. My purpose is to spread the message of God, not religion. God, exactly, exactly. This is the message of the divine. But again, Donna, I was like, I prefer use the word. This is me. You can use God if you want, but I prefer use the word divine and I don't know. Grand organizing design, or again, because God, if we talk about God, basically we're talking about, again, it's, we can say, oh, my God is not this, is not that, but the vibration we're attaching when we say God, or it's mostly in my headspace, is their God, is their Babylonian God, which is Baphomet, Lucifer, name it all. They have it all. But divine and I don't know. I tried to get out of this madness of bad, but this is me personally. But still, today I will still say God, like. But I'm just explaining you guys my meaning behind the fact that I want to stop saying the word God, and because it's all about energy, vibration, and the words have lots of power, lots of power. And every time we mention it, it looks like nothing, but it's the whole vibration altogether that then affects the. But anyway, it's just a word at the end. Is just a word. It's not something we should argue on, argue about. I respect you for using God. I use it too, but that's it in a way that. In a more divine way than what they portray God as to be, the way they say. So it's just my divine is more divine than theirs, and I don't know. It's just an impression maybe I have. Maybe, listen, again, I might be in an illusion. But I think our divine, the real divine, is not what they portray as to be their God. There's a big difference. There's a big illusion here. So see, that's what keeps most stuck. They want to deny God and Jesus, the Son, the source. They want no claim themselves as our creator and savior. Nothing could be possible without them. Yeah. Them of the Bible in his fictional story, talking about yourself premise of the Bible. The book contains the mind of God, the state of man. Exactly. Exactly. The Bible has truth, but it was written for Babylon. C'est ça. C'est ça. C'est ça. This is for sure. For sure, the Bible has truth, but it was written for Babylon. And who uses the Bible today? This is why we have to be very careful with the knowledge sometimes. It could be only potential power. Exact. So, guys, I'm letting you. Very good chat again this morning, and we'll be back tomorrow morning for another Motivation Morning, Motivation Academy. Janik, your host, rising and shining as usual with all of yous. Yeah. Yes, Lucifer is the god of this world. Many false gods. Yeah, that's it. We understand each other, Donna, but it's just words after all, and we know we're on the same page. We share the same idea of what God is. It's not Lucifer for me. It's not their Babylonian gods, and God for us is divine. Is, but again, like I said, it's vibration. So we must at one point in our lifetime. Like, but it's all in the vocabulary. The vocabulary is a code, so the grammar. If you look at grammar, the word grimoire in French is invoke the demons. So every time you speak, you invoke the demons because this is what it is. This is what we're doing, but we don't see it. Most of us do not realize that the grammar is grimoire. It's to invoke the demons. So it's very sinister. It's very fucking profound when you start digging and looking for it. I'm gonna tell you, you gotta find stuff that is really, really weird in this world. Really strange. It's a very, very strange world, and that's it. That's it. We all gonna rise and shine and find the sense and the nonsense and keep inspiring each other. I think that's what we have to keep doing. That's all we have is each other. Each one teach one. Put away the false pride. Each one teach one. He's out. He will be back tomorrow morning. Same time. 7 a.m. Montreal. That's a good time. Yeah, in the summer will be a little earlier. Maybe 6 in the summer, probably. I'm up at 5 in the summer, so the 5 a.m. club. Now I'm more in the 6 a.m. club. It's the winterization. So I'm out and I'll be back. Rise and shine. Live your dreams. Live your dreams. Try, at least. Try. Because if you don't try, you'll never know if you can get it or not, or if you can make it or not. Or don't wait to be on your dying bed. Rise and shine every day. Do little by little. Rise and grind. You can't cheat the grind. He's out.